And then shortly after that, he sent me a link to the rectilineator documentary, which is actually the backbone of concave Earth theory. Concave Earth basically is the theory that we do live in a sphere. In a sphere. We're on the inside of the sphere, and that the Earth curves up away from us. And we just can't see the curve because of an optical illusion.
In the winter of 1896 and 97, the geodetic staff of the Correction Unity of Estero, Florida, conducted a survey on the Gulf shore at Naples, Florida. This survey covered a period of several months, proving conclusively that the Earth curves upward and that we are living on the inner surface of a hollow globe, the sun, moon, and stars all being within the circumference of 25,000 miles. That the surface of the Earth is round, there can be no question. But that we are living on the outer surface of a convex globe rotating rapidly through space is pure assumption or guesswork. We have here a working model of the hollow globe, or the cellular cosmology as we call it. On the inner surface of this great shell, we find here the western continent. Over there is the eastern hemisphere. And here is the sphere of the heavens with sun, moon, and stars revolving. Contrary to the usual thought that the China is beneath our feet, it is in reality above us.
I'm sure some of you, or maybe even most of you, know what Platonic solids are. That came from Plato and Socrates' days, and Plato coined the term that these solids, there's 5 of them. There's the tetrahedron, the double tetrahedron, the icosahedron. You know, these are Platonic solids. Well, Carr and his people came up with this double tetrahedron, which is equally balanced. Any way you want to put this thing, in any position. It's a square, it's a circle, it's elliptical, it's a pyramid. It's one object. And it has a tremendous amount of power when you expose it to a magnetic field. It's tremendous, unlimited power. And in the center of that field, just like the neutron, that's where all the power is. There's an enormous amount of power in a magnetic field right in the center. And we've been looking at it all our lives and we've never seen it.
I want to explain something that is little spoken of today, but which is nevertheless true. You hear it said everywhere, don't you, that the Earth is a globe, has formed itself as a globe. Now actually it is not true that the Earth is a globe. I will explain to you what the Earth really is. It is only fantasy that the Earth is a globe. If we picture the Earth's true form as a regular solid, we come to what in science is called a tetrahedron. Rudolf Steiner.
So you tell me, how do you know there's an octahedron in the middle of the concave Earth, Steve? How do you know? Well, like I told you before, I read the Bible, Job chapter 38, verses 4 through 7, laid it with measures, stretched a line upon it, cornerstone was placed. I read Revelation 21, describes the city as wide as it is long, as it is high. It's 12,000 furlongs. And then I found out that there's magnetic equilibrium points within the ocean along the equator at 90 degrees apart. And then we have a little corroboration from our good old buddies at Not a Straight Answer. You see, I was doing some studying up on the meteoroids that hit the glass sky at 100 kilometers. And this lady was giving a presentation, and she mentioned this little gem. It just kind of piqued my interest. She said, the sources of these sporadic meteoroids are coming from the north apex and the south apex. They're also coming from the helion and the antihelion. When you think of pyramid and the word apex, then apex is the top of the pyramid, right? But if it's a north apex and a south apex, you're talking about a double pyramid, an octahedron, right? It's crazy, guys. And it's right there in plain sight. Let me show you. It's right there for you all to see. This is from Sporadic Meteor website. Sporadic meteors don't come from completely random directions, which their name implies. Most sporadic meteors come from 6 sporadic sources. Look at this. Look at this imagery. Look at this imagery, people. We have the celestial sphere in the middle of the Earth. We have the north apex side of the pyramid. We have the south apex side. I also mentioned to you before that the northern side was brighter than the southern side. Okay, now of course they're going to twist things. They're going to try to fit this within a heliocentric model. They're going to say, well, the apex is in the direction of Earth's motion, so apex meteors collide head-on with Earth. The helion and anti-helion, these are the helion and anti-helion sources. Now this is also interesting too, because I mentioned before, on one side we have the sun, and then we have the anti-solar point, the Gegenschein. It's right there in plain sight, people. So, and then they also talk about a toroidal origin too. Let's see if I can get that one to you over here. There it is. Toroidal origin of meteors. Look at this, guys. So we have the helion and the anti-helion coming from the sun, and then we also have the Gegenschein, where the sunlight converges on the opposite side, just like I told you before in the concave Earth. Then we have the north and south apex. We have a octahedron in the middle of the concave Earth, in the middle of heaven, behind the celestial sphere. And the north and south toroidal origin actually traces the perfect outline of the celestial sphere. Even this asteroidal one does as well. It's right there in plain sight, ladies and gentlemen. This is the nail in the coffin for the concave Earth. No doubt about it. Oops, wrong image. No doubt about it, guys. No doubt about it whatsoever. This is what's going on, guys. It's right there. It's right there. Amazing. Amazing.
Put the street light in these monopolar fields that I just described from these coils. We put this thing in the field within a matter of a minute or two of working the thing in the field. Full galaxy appears inside the bulb, just like a picture of one of these Nova TV deals. You can spin, holding the stars, the nebulas, the suns, all the colors of the rainbow is spinning inside a burned out street light and virtually powering and containing itself. Now we have a whole astronomical creation floating around in a light bulb on a workbench, and then it explodes the bulb. But after it explodes the bulb, for like 1/10 of a second, it's not long, it sits there without any bulb to contain it.
What is it? What's it?
That's the creative force. This electrical monopolar field is how creation comes about. There is no evolution or any of that type of stuff. It's the electrical field at the time creates what exists, and it's always changing this way and that way. All living organisms are all based, just like all machines, are all based on the same mathematical function. All trees, plants, flowers, humans, everything's based on what's called the golden ratio.